Welcome
Yep.
back to Spark That Talk podcast. It's your boy Jones, and our boy Jay Latte ain't with us today, but he be back as soon as he can. Today I'm sitting here with Sterling. We're gonna chop it up today
Doing
about a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? I want him to first introduce himself and basically tell the people what you do, bro, so we can go from there.
okay. Hello, my name is Sterling Love. I'm from Compton, California. I'm 27 years old. I am right now. I'm an electrician apprentice, but also box. That's what I want to do. So as of right now, I've been training for 3 years. Very passionate about it. Looking to hopefully get a fight this year. COVID kind of messed up amateurs, so
Mm,
looking to try and get a fight, a pro fight, hopefully sometime soon. But that'll be all up to my trainers and my handlers. All I can do is just continue to put that work in. So that's that.
absolutely. Yeah, that's what
Sir.
I definitely want to tap in with you about is your boxing, bro. I'm glad you brought that up. I know you got your day job, your day trade, but boxing is obviously your passion. Now, I want to really know what made you decide boxing was the way for you to go. Like, what made you say, I want to be a boxer?
It's kind of funny because there's so many different reasons for me, and every time someone asks me, it's always I kind of always give a different answer.
Mm-hmm.
But I can say like for myself, I had suffered like depression a lot growing
Mm,
up, and once I had my daughter, and I separated, me and her mother separated, kind of messed me up a lot, and I'd be
mm,
at home a lot by myself, and I would smoke, I drink, and I figured it wasn't helping after the longest time, and I had a mental breakdown. And I
mm.
knew that I couldn't be at home in my thoughts all the time, so I had to go out. So I started working out, started getting fit, and I also worked at the Riverside Hospital. And we had to kind of get physical with some of the miscreants that came in there.
Put them
So
in
I had to make sure,
chokeholds and shit.
yeah, yeah.
uh,
I had to make sure I had to get right. So I started putting some weight on. As I was putting weight on, I did jujitsu, and then I got
nice.
with a friend of mine who also worked with me. His name's Chris Potts. He started training me in my hands, and over time, I just started, liking it more, getting better, and getting more passionate. And
I
after
like
my
how you
first sparring
said that. You
session,
start training me in my hands, like your hands is their own fucking body of their own.
and I appreciate it, man. And I like to tell people it don't come overnight. What you see right now has been, 3-4 years in the making,
Mm,
and I still got more, more room to grow. So definitely appreciate it.
dope. I like to hear that, bro. But back to where you started, like you said, you had a lot going on mentally, especially with all the stuff you had going on. I know that could affect all of us, especially with this pandemic. I know a lot of us done experienced this from anxiety to depression, all kind of shit. So we try to find our ways to get our minds off of that so that we can be okay. Cause if your mental ain't right, nothing else is gonna go
Nothing
right.
else right.
You
Period.
feel me?
Period.
And that shit
And I mean, like you were
is
saying,
it's
like
a
everything is
hindrance.
actually 90% mental and then 10% physical. So, like you're saying, if
Absolutely.
you're not right here, everything else outside not gonna work properly.
Absolutely
Yeah.
not. And since you a boxer, you definitely gotta have your mind moving right so you can react correctly, so you don't get caught slipping. You feel me?
Most definitely, most definitely. You definitely want to have a clear mind when you go in there, and even like
Mm-hmm.
when like some people like to, a lot of people, do what they want. People smoke weed, they drink, whichever. You don't want to go into no sparring session intoxicated. You want to be clear minded. You want to make
Right.
sure that what I'm saying, you level headed, and even like you're saying, like you don't want to have nothing in your head, even being frustrated from something. I just tell people like if I'm frustrated or I'm upset about something, most time I go hit the bag. I'm not about to jump in the ring with somebody and then my mind is not completely correct on I need to do this and do that to properly protect myself. Because what a lot of people think when they get into sparring is they thinking I'm full fledged offense, and you
Mm.
got to think defense as well, and you also got to know that you can seriously get hurt in the ring, and you can possibly die in the ring. So you always want to be clear minded when you're going in.
Yeah, I know boxing definitely is a dangerous sport, bro. And like you said, you had to train yourself up, like build your body up, get bulkier, hit the gym, do what you had to do. So, can you tell the people like what class of boxing that you're in?
Weight class. My weight class would be bantamweight to super featherweight to featherweight. I'll be
Okay.
like 118 to 125 as of right now. I walk around at 122. Yeah, so kind of how boxing goes. A lot of people don't fight at their walk around weight. They fight like maybe 5 to 10, 20 to 30 pounds less, depending on who they are and what they trying to do.
So
But because
less,
I'm
you talking
already a
about you wouldn't
smaller,
put on weight.
say it
So you
again.
telling me they try to drop weight? Like if you walking around at what you said 120 something, you would try
Mm-hmm.
to lose 10 to 15 before you fight?
Right. Right. So like right
Damn.
now I'm 122. So I go spar and I like, a lot of trainers that are, in the game, they're like, hey bro, like you should drop down to 115 and you'll annihilate 115. And that's just what it is. Cause what happens is I didn't understand it when I first got in. What happens is during training camp, you suck all the water out of your body and just straight muscle. And then
Mm,
you rehydrate after you go do your weigh-ins. So if I say I'm fighting at 122, or say I'm fighting at I'm fighting at 115, I go
right.
down there, I suck my body out of that, out of the, all the water out of my body, straight muscle. I go stand on the scale. I'm 115. The next day after I drink water and eat and everything, the very next day I'm back to walking around at 122. So depending on
Mm.
whoever that other guy is, if he's walking around at 115, he finna feel all my weight.
Oh,
So
for
it
sure.
de- it depends on who you are and what you walk around at and how you can take certain power and shit.
So what gym are you training out of right now?
As of right now, I'm at Undefeated Boxing in Upland. I also train in Long Beach at Hill Street Gym whenever I can't take that drive out to Upland. I'll be a little tired. I've
Is
also
that
trained
what
at
is that the
Broadway
gym like
Boxing
over
Gym
there?
in Los Angeles. It got
Damn, what
shut down
shoes is?
because of a few personal reasons. And I started off at Paris, P Town, also an amazing gym.
Okay.
It I can tell people like I learned through the fire there. So when I go and train at different places, and I was already sparring, I had to spar bigger and better guys from the jump. So whenever I got to different places, they're like, it's different. But because when I was at P Town, like bro, it was no holds bar. If you're not in there throwing steam, don't get in there.
I'm gonna
Don't
get
get
ate
in
up.
there. For real.
Oh, I feel that, bro. So boxing obviously is what you're moving towards in your motivation in life to become a professional to obviously make a
Right.
living off of.
Right.
Now, I know you into it boxing. Like recently, we seen this shit going on with Floyd Mayweather and Jake Paul. Tell me your thoughts about this situation. Like, do you feel like this is like some shit Floyd don't even need to be entertaining, or is this just something like fuck it, go ahead, go in there, knock that boy
Yeah, I
off,
mean,
make your
how I feel
bread, and
about
get on?
Floyd's definitely one of my inspirations and motivations when it comes to boxing. I really hate when people hate on Floyd. That's just me
Off
in general,
top,
so I'm gonna say that. But Floyd's a grown ass man. He been in championships 20 years. He didn't make millions and billions of dollars. He could do whatever the fuck he want to do. That's really just it. He could
big
do if he
facts,
wanted to get out there and go fight a monkey and get paid for it for pay-per-view and niggas is paying for it. That's what the fuck he gonna do. So when
facts.
people saying, "Oh, he doing this to the sport, doing that to the sport," people don't know the sport. People don't know that. Oh boy, that fought Ali. Foreman fought 12
George
random
Foreman.
dudes in the same night. Muhammad Ali fought an MMA guy way back in the day. People, Sugar Ray went on a whole escapade in Europe. Even though he was fighting actual boxers, he was fighting losers just to
Wow.
get his name back and get his money back. People act like this shit is brand new. This shit's not brand new.
I mean,
Is
ain't
people
that
gonna do
what boxing?
exhibitions? They gonna do exhibitions for their money, and
Correct.
he
Isn't
is
that what
not
bro? Isn't
a
that what
professional
boxing
boxer no
is
more,
about?
huh?
Isn't that what boxing always been about? Like they getting in these rings with other dudes because for one, y'all both know y'all about to come up financially, and usually from what I've seen, it was all about making sure everybody's family was taken care of. Like
Right.
I don't know what I was watching, but like Muhammad Ali, I think he took on some fights just to help his guy out, even though he knew he gonna knock him, but he knew financially he's gonna help him out at the end of the
Exactly.
day.
Yes. 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 And that's just the business of boxing. Like there's like we know like there's different ways of going about things. You can
Right.
go about it for legacy, you can go about it for money, you can go about it for both. I feel like Canelo is going for legacy and he's getting
Mm,
paid for it. He not thinking about the money, but he getting paid for that legacy he's chasing.
right.
Floyd wanted legacy, and then he started realizing, nigga, I can get money and legacy at the same time. Same with Muhammad Ali. So how I feel about him fighting Logan Paul, YouTubers or whatever, if it's bringing good attention to the sport, it's bringing more, like kind of like even like Trump. Like people say, like, it's good or bad or whatever, good or bad attention, you getting that attention. So kind of how I feel about it is the more people look at Logan Paul and Floyd fighting, Ryan Garcia and Gervonta, all the beef or whichever is bringing more eyes to the sport, which means if I come up on an undercard, they looking at me.
For
So
sure.
whoever, if I fight on Logan Paul and Floyd's undercard, I'm not dissing that because I'm gonna get the most pay-per-view views from myself as an up-and-coming boxer. So people got to start looking at it as a business. Like, okay, they doing that. Let me go ahead and
Cause someone
smooth my
like
way up under there.
yourself, if like you said, if you was the undercard, this will help your name in the game. No,
Yes, it's
who
gonna be
cares
yes
about what they
because
got going on? You know for sure you about to get put on because all these people watching. If I'm the
right,
undercard and I knock this dude out, that's just more
right,
fights for me in the future.
exactly, exactly.
Absolute.
And that's what people have to understand when, especially when it comes to the world. You can't, like, I think J. Cole had a dope ass verse where he said, like, you can be real and you be the realest rapper in the world, but then you can be broke too and nobody know about you.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So you can be I'm like, for instance, Ab Soul, one of the best lyricists out here, 10 years running. Nigga, he write for Kendrick. Don't nobody know who Ab Soul is.
Oh yeah, we see that all the time. TDE, they got nothing but monsters over there, but only
Mm-hmm.
so many people really getting out there. I mean, just like the other day, what was that? They put out a post like, oh, 5'7", 21, they got a new joint dropping. Everybody thought it
Right,
was gonna be Kendrick, but it was
right. It was Isaiah
Isaiah
Rashad.
Rashad. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And it's
yeah,
like I don't know if people was upset about it or was they happy about it. Like I listened to the joint, it was dope. Like TD
right,
always dropping hot shit, but I get what you're saying. It's like you may be one of the best, but doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get on that court. Just like basketball, it's like think about it. How many niggas playing at the parks? There may be some
yeah.
guys out here better than LeBron, but they'll never
Right,
be heard of because they don't have the platform.
right.
That's with
You
anything.
don't have, yeah, you don't have a platform. You didn't make the right business moves. You didn't get the
Right.
right management, and all that matters. Like, like for instance, like kind of like I say for myself, people see the work I put in. Like, and I don't like I'm on a platform right now.
Off
I
top.
out loud 122 to 130. Who need it in LA, Long Beach, Riverside, IE, whoever. You know what I'm saying? I've been wherever, but
Bro said he want the
you also
smoke.
need a
Pull up.
manager and a trainer and somebody that's gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna put you in these places. So
Right.
you spar him, you fight him, you fight him, you gonna get this name, you gonna go, your trajectory gonna go up. But if you
Off
just run
top.
around here just putting hands on everybody and don't nobody see it, you're not gonna go nowhere.
Mm. Understandable, bro. But like you said, you want the smoke. Where you at? Bring the fights. But management is what? Would you feel like that's number one for in this career? Like you need a
Yes,
solid management team.
yes. You need. I mean, in general, we know you need a good team to be successful.
Absolute.
Like you got your boy, who your wife, his wife, sister, whoever that's supporting.
Absolute.
We support. We put the clothes on. We repost.
Absolutely.
That's your team. You
For
need
sure.
a good person that's gonna say, you know what, like, and you need somebody that's gonna believe in you. You got someone that
For
believes in you
sure.
and
For
believes in your
sure.
talent, and it's gonna be like, you know what, I'm gonna lead you here. Like kind of like what I would say with Nip. Nip never wanted a deal for himself. He wanted
Facts.
label distribution. So he's like, I know what I bring to the table, but
Mm-hmm.
I need this. You know what I'm saying? It was proof. Victory that the biggest thing, for Nip when it first came out. And unfortunately, after he died, it got bigger. But because he had that label distribution, it went everywhere.
No, I get that 100% because he never took a deal because he knew that would only help him. And the fact
Right.
that now that even he's gone, he's still helping his team. You see what I'm
Period.
saying? The way he set this shit up, his team is still able to win right now. And that's
Right.
important what you said. Your team, your support system is critical. That's what anything. That's why, like, when it come to branding or anything, having your face here or there, your logo here or there, other people supporting you by rocking it, talking about it. That's all you really need in today's age, because social media shit travels so fast, bro. All they need to
Right,
hear is about you one time, two times.
right,
Hear this person, post this, post that. That's like you, bro. You posting your videos while you in the gym, boxing, doing your shit. You in there really showing what the boxing life is about. I haven't seen
right.
really too many people doing that. And every time I see your videos, I'll be like, damn, this nigga's taking this shit serious. So I'm pretty sure
And I
everybody who's
appreciate it.
watching is like, this nigga's serious. I want to see him really get busy.
No, and that really, and bro, that really did for me. Like I'll be trying to, like, people say you gotta be patient in the game, and I understand. I'm also still kind of new in the game. I'm 3 years. People been doing this shit 5, 10, 17 years. So I
Right.
understand I gotta be patient. But because I put the work in and people see it, and everyone I talk to, all my family is just like you saying, like, bro, I just can't wait to see you work. And whenever somebody tell me that, I'll be ready to bust out the gate. I want it right now. And it don't even, like, win or lose, and I don't want to think about losing. But win or lose, I just want to be able to get my opportunity. That's really it.
But to be honest, bro, like from a young age to now, I'm pretty sure people who have known you are probably like, damn, this nigga Sterling really might KO me right now. You feel me?
And right. And I think that's the cool thing for me. Like you're
For
saying, like people
sure.
that seen me, I was like, you know what I mean? That's my little house across the street. Where
Off
is that?
top.
You know what I'm saying? Where I
You
used
already
to live. I
know.
used to be little dude from across the street, and then I had to come to a point where I didn't want to be little no more. I wanted to be a grown man. I had my daughter.
Absolute.
I can't feel like I can protect herself. I can protect her and myself. I just couldn't. You know what I'm saying? I'd be lying to myself if I had said that. So I had to put that work in. After that work came, then you see the results. And when people
Absolute.
showing their appreciation, and that motivates me. Or if people see it, I'm gonna keep going and giving that back. I love showing people like, oh, get like this, do this right. You know what I'm saying? Like being able to
Mm-hmm.
give some advice, get some miles in. You know what I'm saying? Keep your body in shape. Make if you look good, you feel good. Like
Absolutely.
I never used to take my shirt off and none of that shit. It's getting hot right now.
It's like I might have to flex on you real quick. I
Feel me?
feel that, bro. Yeah, I'm proud of you, dog. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? You came a long way, bro, and you obviously on the right path. Like how you just brought up your daughter. Like, what was that like for you? Like that turning point in your life. How did that? What was that trigger? What was that thing that made you say, "Look, I got this child. Whatever I'm on, it has to be beneficial for her."
Right.
What was the trigger, and how you been handling that?
Um, I always wanted a family growing up because I didn't have my mom and my dad in my life. My
Absolute.
grandma raised me, and she always instilled that once you have a child, you take care of your child, especially as a man. That's your responsibility, and you don't run off on your responsibilities. Unfortunately,
Absolutely.
me and her me and her mother weren't together for too long, so we didn't become the family that I had wished it to be. Um, but when it comes to my daughter, I was like, I still had to, my strong responsibility. I'm going to be there for her. And because of my dream didn't happen, it kind of messed me up a little bit. But I always knew, I'm never going to leave my daughter behind. I'm never going.
Never.
Um, I just couldn't. You just know you can't. Like you look at your
Trust
baby,
me,
and you know what I'm
I
saying.
know that. I know that feeling, bro. I mean, you know how it is. A lot of us
Right,
grew up in broken homes. So
right,
when we got to the point to start having these families, our whole goal is to provide and take care and be there. Because we know how that shit affects us growing up, and you don't
right,
have that. You know what I'm saying?
right.
It could really fuck you up in the game to the point where you gotta try to learn so fucking much to try
On
to
the
get
run,
back
bro.
right. But once you get
Right,
there, you gotta hold on to that shit and pass it down. And I'm proud of a lot of the homies doing that, having kids,
right.
taking care of the kids, and like that's just what it's about. Because if you're not taking care of your kids, my nigga, it's out. That's out.
That's and the dopest thing about it is, like you said, like respect to all the men and that's doing that right now. I feel like our generation is really putting on because of what
Putting
happened
on.
previous generations, and we gotta for sure voice that, say that, give them their
Absolute.
props. A lot of people's like, oh, this, that, and the third. Mom's been doing this forever, and people just tell people they doing good and let them continue to do good and keep
Right.
passing that on. And just like you said, our friends that are growing up, all of our friends that became fathers are good fathers.
Oh shit, y'all. I'm sorry about that. The call dropped out. We already knew his battery was low, but as y'all could hear, he got a lot of good information out there for y'all, especially if y'all in the boxing world. It was a great conversation, bro. And I'm glad to see, fatherhood is number one in your life. Boxing, I know you're gonna be great, bro. Just keep grinding, keep doing your thing. And I for sure can't wait to come to one of your fights, be ringside, whatever it gotta be. I'll be there for sure and support my G. But like always, I need y'all to do me a favor. Make sure to follow Spark That Talk podcast at Spark That Talk on Instagram, and also follow us on YouTube. Subscribe at Spark That Talk Media. We drop in everything. We got podcasts, we got music reaction videos, interviews like today. We got it coming and we dropping it like it's hot. Jay Lotta, he gonna be in and out because my boy is a busy man. He just had twins, so everybody send that boy out some blessings and congratulations to my nigga and to his wife Carmen. You know what time it is. Shout out to y'all. And we gonna keep this shit going. Spark That Talk Media, Spark That Talk Podcast, bump and vibe reactions. You know what time it is. It's your boy Jones. And until next time.